I am DJ Chase. Once again, I'm back working. I've been a little busy, tired, as you can see. I've been on tour. I've been doing a whole bunch of goodness and hope la. But with that being said, enough for all that. Enough about me today. Once again, this episode is brought to you by Groove, the hottest platform to get in touch with players, curators, real people, get feedback on your music from real people, not bots, and playlist podcast directory. Use the promo code DJ Chase. But enough for all that, man. We got the one, the only, the super fire, you know what I'm saying, Dominican super legend, American artist, songwriter, too many accolades to name in this bitch. You feel me? So with that being said, we got the one and only Susie in the building. What's good, mama?
Wow, what an incredible introduction. Thank you so much, DJ Chase. That was crazy.
Yeah, for sure. I do a little something. What's that? What's your cat's name, by the way? I want to ask you, what's your cat's name?
This is Marshmallow.
How
Come
you
here,
doing,
Marshmallow.
Marshmallow?
This is my cousin's cat, actually, but he's
Oh,
mine.
oh, okay. Oh, yeah, he's a baby, little baby.
I'm just gonna steal him.
All right, I'll listen. My cat is somewhere. She ain't speaking to me right now. She's a teenager, so she don't speak to me right now. So
Oh,
we had an argument. So she's somewhere in the house somewhere. But yeah, my cat
yeah,
hates me.
I'm sure she'll get over it.
She will. She will. But today, like I said, I want to have a fun interview, man. Like I said, you're a super dope artist first and foremost.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a huge fan. So I want to talk about two things with you. I want to talk about your trajectory, your growth as an artist, especially as a songwriter. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, women are the best songwriters in the world. I make music and women are the best songwriters in the world. You know what I'm saying? I think rappers should even hire women to write their raps for them. So with that being said, I want to get into about talk about your background a little bit. So with that being said, where are you from?
Of course. So I'm born and raised from New Jersey. My
Okay.
parents are Dominican, so I am the first generation that's been born here in America.
Hmm.
Um, I went to New Milford High School
Hmm.
and graduated from there.
Yeah.
And I studied, I guess, classic music and opera since I was around 5 years old.
Yeah.
So that's where like my music training stemmed from. But I
Hmm.
could sing since I could speak, and it's been my love since then.
Nice. Nice.
My mom took a chance on me one day when my music teacher from the first grade actually was like, "Hey, do you know your daughter could sing?"
Yeah.
And she was like, "What? Like, how do you know? She's so young." She's like, "Listen, like, she really could sing." So she listened to me one day and decided that I had some talent, and then we moved forward from there.
Yeah. For sure. For sure. And so your mom just was like, she was more the catalyst to push you forward, correct?
Oh yeah, my mom
Mm.
is my number one fan and my first supporter for sure.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Now Jersey, I love Jersey. Shout out to Patterson, shout out to South Orange, the Oranges. I be outside in Jersey when I can be.
Yes.
What I'm saying? How did growing up in Jersey, like, how did that affect you? Like, how did that inspire you to make music?
I definitely feel it gave me the childhood that allowed me to be free.
Mm,
And I live in an area in Jersey that's kind of close to the city. I'm like 15 minutes away from Manhattan. So
yeah,
you can imagine me being so close to the city and going back and forth all the time. You have so many different cultures mashing all together
of
and
course.
so many different kinds of music that's being played. So you
Mm,
have your R&Bs, you have your Latin music, you got your Jamaican music, you got pop, you got rock, everything. I
yeah,
got a little
yeah.
bit of everything. So I'm definitely happy for that
Mm,
mix.
yeah, for sure, for sure. Now, like I said, you grew up. I mean, you went to music school essentially. You know what I'm saying? Like, when, but at that point, you're a teenager. So, from childhood to teenager to being an adult. Because sometimes you can go through a phase where you say, you know what, this made me not working for me. At what point did you say, you know what, I'm gonna just go all in? You know what I'm saying?
So I studied music outside of my school. I
Mm,
didn't really do it in school. I was more
mm.
of like a track girl in school.
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
I decided to start releasing YouTube covers in high school,
Mm,
and people started noticing, like, "Oh my God, you could sing!" And I didn't know you could sing. That's crazy. Like,
yeah.
keep going. So from that point, I was like, "Oh, you know what? Like, maybe I should start doing an original type of song." And around that time, what was it? I was a senior in high school or like a
Mm,
junior or something, and that's when I was practicing, writing music and writing lyrics and things like that.
Mm.
Around that time, my engineer, his name is Rob McCoy, at that time, I knew he was an incredible songwriter and engineer, so I asked for his advice and opinion on like writing an original song. And he's like, "Yeah, I'll help you." So we were spending a lot of time together trying to figure out like what songs I would want to, do. And ultimately, my mom was the catalyst for like my very first original song. And
Yeah.
it's funny because she was on Facebook and just like scrolling on Facebook, and
Yeah.
she sees like a whole bunch of posts about Fetty Wap, and it's from Rob, and she's like, "Rob, like why are you posting all of this Fetty Wap stuff? Like what's going on? Are you a super fan?" And
Yeah.
he was like, "Well, I mean, I guess you could say, yeah, of course I'm a fan, but that's actually my younger brother." And
Oh,
she was
okay.
like, "What? Tell
Yeah.
him to make a song with Susie." And he was like, "Okay, sure." So that's kind
Uh,
of what started the whole thing. And my first original song was actually Nobody's Better featuring Fetty Wap, which dropped in November of 2015.
yeah, baby, yeah. So shout out to Fetty Wap. Like, I'm a huge fan. I seen his growth from like me being a DJ. I was like, when I had heard a DJ first play Trap Queen. I was like, what is this? Like, I never knew it was, and then he just blew up from there. So you know what I'm saying. And with that being said, so I want to actually just write as far as songwriter. I want to talk about songwriting because I don't get a lot of songwriters. I get a lot of artists, but I don't get a lot of songwriters. So when you write lyrics and things like that, right? Where
Mhm.
does that inspiration, does it come from personal experience, or does it come from like folklore where you like see things and you interpret it your own way?
I mean, it could be a mix of both. Usually, I do tend to go towards like my personal experiences,
Mm,
but it could be really something as silly as like I'm sitting in a store and I think of a bar and I'm like,
mm,
"Oh, that's fire." Like I
yeah,
write it down and like I'm gonna reference it later. Or just like hanging out with your friends and something happens and you're like, "Oh, like I could write about that." So you
yeah,
get inspiration from everything.
yeah. I got you. And with that being said, do you write to the beat first, or you just write like sitting around, or you just have like your notebook, your pen and your pad, or you write in an iPad some notes and what you like, what you how do you write your words down?
Yeah, so when I first started writing, that's how I would traditionally do it, like
Uh,
try to do the notebook and write all my lines down. But like
yeah,
as time went on, I noticed that I liked leading with my melody first. So
mm,
I'll lay my melody down first and
yeah,
then I'll go like figuring out what I want to say in between those things. Or I hear something in my mumbles
yeah,
that sound like a bar, and I'll be
mm,
like, "Oh, okay, like I can make that work." I also do co-write with
mm,
incredible writers from all throughout the tri-state, New York, New
mm.
Jersey. Examples like Koniko Knight, he's one of my best writing partners, and Justin Love. I work with Drew Oliver, and several other people. So
Nice. And like with that being said, do you like the stage better? Do you like songwriting better, or do you like the studio better? What do you like?
oh man, that's such a hard question. They're all so different, and I have love for each of them in their own ways because there's nothing that can compare like being on stage, sharing your music and seeing how people react to it and like actually vibing.
Mm,
That's an incredible feeling. It's
yeah,
also an incredible feeling to be in the studio, like creating a song that like was nothing 5 minutes ago and now you have a whole like bop and everybody in the room is bopping with you. Like
yeah,
that's an incredible feeling too.
yeah.
So oh man, I can't choose.
I'm teasing you. I'm teasing you. I'm literally teasing you. I just wanted to see what I was like, let me just give her something to mess with her. A trick
Now
question.
you got me, you
It was a
got
trick
me
question.
thinking.
It was a trick question. And for sure. And I want to ask you this question. What's your favorite zodiac sign? Who you got? I'm a Cancer, so what's your favorite zodiac sign?
Oh, I love Cancers. I'm a Virgo.
We awesome. We're awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
actually we go well together, Cancers and
Okay.
Virgos.
I'm here that. Listen, I'm here. I'm July. I just had it about July 1st. Not just had it, but July 1st is my birthday. So
Oh, happy belated.
gotcha. For sure. And with that being said, your imagery, your artistry, your brand is very bubbly, it's very, pop, it's very I hate for lack of a better term, it's very coy, nuance, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm, mhm.
Like how did you come up with your branding as far as your image and things like that?
I think it's kind of just me. I
Yeah.
feel like that's my personality. Anytime people come around me, they're like, "Oh my God, you're always so bubbly and happy." And I'm like, like, why
Yeah.
should we be mad all the time? Like, I hate
Yeah.
being angry. So,
Yeah.
like, I love smiling. I love the color pink. I
Yeah.
love
Yeah.
anime. So it
Yeah.
all kind of ties into me.
Yeah, fire, fire. And all the success you had, all the accolades, all the performances that you've had, what keeps you humble? What keeps you still the boots on the ground and in tune with the streets? Like what keeps you still at that, you still with the people. You know what I'm saying? You could be, the pop diva, but what keeps you still humble on the street level?
Well, thank you so much for the acknowledgement.
Yes, ma'am.
But I definitely just feel like as much as I've had so many successes, there's still a long road to go.
Mm,
And without the people that have supported me, I would be
mm,
nowhere. So, like,
yeah.
I have to recognize that.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. No, because like I said, I've been in this business a long time. I've been in this. I was like 20 years old, 19. So, I've seen so many artists get lost in the business. You know what I'm saying? And they get lost in the success, and then when it doesn't go their way, they don't know how to function anymore because it's gone because they done burnt so many bridges. You know what I'm saying? So, what is like one of the biggest lessons that you learn being on a professional side since 2015?
Wow. To pick one, I've learned so much in that time.
Okay.
I guess the best thing that I could say I've learned, and then you can quote this because this is something that I took personal when someone said it to me.
Mm,
It's like the only person that's gonna work as hard for you is you. Like nobody else is gonna work as hard for you other
mm,
than yourself. So if you don't pour into yourself, then how can you expect another person to do the same thing for you?
mm.
So I work as hard as I possibly can in all different forms, shapes, and ways.
Yeah.
And I lead by that example so that, like at the end of the day, yes, I'm an artist, but at the same time, I'm a business and I have
Mm.
to handle myself in that way.
Yeah, and that's very adult of you, and that's gonna keep you where you at. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, R&B is definitely making a comeback, and I wouldn't even say it didn't go nowhere to me, but R&B is definitely making a bigger comeback. But your sound is actually different. So you have a lot of elements. So you put a dembow in there, you put a Detroit drum pattern in there, you put like Jersey club in there. You know what I'm saying? So like when you're picking your sound and developing your sound. Like, what do you look for? Like, is there something particular that you look for?
I really am a huge fan of sounds from producers that are like rich.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's a good term to
that's a
use,
perfect
but
term.
a really feel good and full type of sound.
Mm,
So I like dynamics in my instrumentals.
yeah.
It doesn't really matter like the genre. Like you
Mm,
mentioned, I had a Brazilian funk. I have like Jersey style beats. I have
mm,
some sexy drill. Like I go Latin sometimes. It's all about what makes me feel good when I'm
mm,
in the moment writing the song and making sure that what I want to talk about is kind of reflected in the music at the same time. Because,
mm,
like the beat could lead you somewhere.
mm.
I want to make sure it leads you to the right place.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. And I want to ask you this right now.
Yeah.
Uh, you know, I would say that I wouldn't say you're a new. I wouldn't even consider you a new artist. I guess it's new to some people in a sense, but you're not a new artist, right? And I know you get a lot of offers, or probably have gotten a lot of big offers. You know what I'm saying? But I see that you are more independent. Like I see and we're gonna talk about it. Hit the Target is released independently. Indigo Productions, is that your production company, your label? What's up with Indigo? What's up with that?
Yes, so Indigo City Productions is basically my indie label
Mm,
slash production company.
mm,
Um, Becoming an independent artist, or because I've maintained that since I started.
mm,
So better said, being an independent artist, you need to have something to represent you, an LLC per se,
mm,
something to not only move your business through, but to protect you and to brand yourself through and to be able to obviously distribute your music and do whatever kind of deals that you want to do. Indigo City Productions is that for me, as well as like all of the other skills that I've learned throughout the years. So I'm an audio engineer,
Yeah,
songwriter,
yeah,
graphic designer,
yeah. Talk about it.
vocal producer,
Talk about it.
artist.
Talk about
So there's a
it.
lot of things
Yeah,
that the company in itself is I'm building.
yeah.
So
Listen,
we're
you
I
doing.
got my
I think
team.
you're doing a good job there.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm trying to put all of the little bit of expertise in each area that I've gotten and trying
Mm,
to strengthen each little department as I
mm,
go. So
yeah.
working on video production team, I
Yeah.
have my little, management and whatever team going on over here to make sure that I'm running smooth,
Yeah, yeah,
just like a
yeah.
well-oiled machine.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. You listen, you're a businesswoman. You the boss. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, the boss pay the cost to be the boss. And
Right.
with that being said, I want to ask you a question, right? This is a very intense question, right?
Sure.
All right, you got Elias or Dykeman? What you got?
Ooh. Ooh. Listen, I love both, but Dykeman got my heart. That's where I like grew up.
Youngsters. I thought you was gonna say Elias, actually. Youngsters.
I love the LES, don't get me wrong. But I really like my grandmother is
Uh,
on Nagel. Like I've beaten
All
Dykeman.
right, Dykeman it is. All right, Dykeman for the win today. We'll take Dykeman for the win.
Right.
And for sure. Now let's talk about Hit the Target, right? As a fire EP, you put the deluxe version out. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna talk about two songs in particular, right? Hold on. I gotta find it. There we go. Tied to Me. Let's talk about that, right? So you
Yes.
remixed the J. Cole, Nobody's Perfect with some sexy drill. It's a lot going on there. But the story in the song, that's what I want to talk about in particular. The story in the song. So is that a real story in that song, or like what's that song about, or who
Yeah.
made you mad to write that song?
Listen, there's always a
Yeah.
story behind one of my records.
All right,
That's one thing I can say for sure. I'm gonna write about somebody.
all right,
Okay?
all right. Let's talk
So
about it.
this person particularly, it's somebody that, like I had love for, but not that much love for, and they was really loving me. And I'm like, yo, I can't love you like this because I'm busy. Like I got things to do and I'm doing stuff. I'm outside with my homegirls. We
Yeah.
can't be doing all this right now. So I had
Yeah.
to, I made it a fun bop because it's not necessarily like I don't like the person.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I wanted to vent because that day it
Well,
particularly may have annoyed
I
me.
think I think he might have got the point there with that one. So but yeah, it's definitely a fire record. You know what I'm saying? So
Thank
I
you.
was like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? It sounded like a little toxicity there. So I'm like, okay, what's something? But not on your part. It was actually his part. So I'm listening to the words and I'm like, who's she talking about? You know what I'm saying? So, but but like I said, it was definitely a fire record. And actually, once again, me being a producer, the beat was actually fire. So I really enjoyed the beat. That's what I was like, okay,
Thank you.
that
Thank
really stood out
you.
to me. You know what I'm saying? So,
Shout out to Plernto for producing that. That's my
yeah,
guy
yeah, that beat
right
is fire.
there.
That beat is fire for sure. And the next record I got, hold on, what's my other one that I like? Oh, okay, there we go. Now this one in particular. All right, so you like Dykeman, so this definitely kind of makes sense. Swollen. Let's talk about it.
Oh, man.
All right, so
Oh.
okay, so it's swollen. Let me ask you a question. So, would a man pockets really got to be swollen like to deal with you like that? That's how we doing this in 2025, 2026?
Listen, okay, so I'm not really a very superficial person. I'm actually the opposite, and it's gotten me into a lot of trouble. I'm not even gonna lie, because I'd be too flexible, too forgiving and stuff, and it's just gotten me nowhere. So I decided
Yeah.
that I think it's time for a change.
Listen, personal growth and development is understandable. I'm all for personal growth, like therapy and trauma, letting that trauma go is it's totally understandable. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get
Mhm. Yeah,
it.
yeah, listen, man.
Yeah.
So I'm just popping my shit a little bit and stating what I would like to
Yeah.
receive.
Yeah. Listen. I ain't mad at you. Listen, it happens. Listen, Jersey girls are expensive. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? You got to do what you got to do. You got to pay to play. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, nah, but like I said, overall, like I said, Susie, the project is fire. Like I said, those are the two songs that I definitely
Thank
really
you.
enjoy. And I want to ask you this last question. Well, not last question. One of my last questions is this, right?
Mhm.
So, you've seen so much, you dealt with so much, and I always ask, artist, this particularly my female artist that I interview, what is one of the hardest things you had to deal with as a female artist in this business?
Oh man. So, I think it's just a strange stigma around several things. So, like, you would think the girls would be nicer to the girls, but
Mm,
they're not so nice to the girls. And even the guys are not so nice to the girls. Like, they kind of just sometimes don't give the respect off the bat
mm.
unless you're like somebody. Let's put it that way, right?
They treat you like that? I'm not to cut you off. They don't treat you like that. They can't be
In
this stupid.
the past, I've certainly had experiences because, mind you, like I
Okay.
had to start from somewhere.
Yeah.
And not only like in that same aspect, I'm also speaking as an engineer because
Mm,
I
mm,
sit in the engineer seat and I record people as well. So I
mm.
get underlooked a lot of times because they'll walk into the room and see this little girl sitting in the chair and they're like, "What are you doing here, little girl? Who are you?" And I'm like, "I'm your engineer. Like, let's get it."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Do you even know what you're doing?" And then at the end of the session, they understand that I really know what I'm doing.
You about that life.
So, like you just gotta
Uh,
prove with your actions rather than just like try to show certain things up. I guess that's
yeah.
the way you can take it.
That's crazy. All right. And when now that you said that you're an engineer, I could ask, I could nerd out for a quick second. I wanted you to say it, right?
Yeah,
All right. I hope you're not a Logic person. Are you a Logic person or a Pro Tools?
I'm a Pro Tools girl.
Whew, whew. Okay. All right. I just had to. All right. We cool. We friends now. We good. Okay. We all good. We all good. And I do want to ask this question, Miss Susie. Right? How did you pick that title? Hit the target. That's very particular. What made you pick that title?
Yeah, so Hit the Target is actually one of the singles off of the EP. It
Mm,
was the first single that I created from the EP.
mm,
And it definitely represents multiple things for me. I
mm.
know that within the context of the record, it's like a sexy song, and I'm talking about like making sure that my person makes the first move, and
Yeah.
I'm waiting on it. Like,
Yeah.
if you're gonna shoot your shot, shoot your shot.
Yeah.
But it also represents for me like 2025
Yeah.
and like this new phase of who I am as an artist and
Mm,
all these years of experience and all these little different tastes and flavors that you get in the EP.
mm,
And actually like going out there and hitting the mark and making sure that I reach people and like do the impactful things that matter. Like
mm.
hit the target for me meant like go and get it and go chase it. This
Yeah.
is the time. It's right now.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. I love that answer. I love that answer. And my
Thank you.
second to last question is this. What's next for Susie? And I mean like 2026, not 2025.
Oh
What's next for
man.
Susie?
So I'm definitely dropping a lot more music. I
Mm,
have a couple of songs in the chamber that I'm not gonna mention who or what, but
okay.
there's some people on there
All right, let's
and
get it.
some tracks on there. I'm
All
really
right, let's
excited.
get it. Let's get
It's
it.
probably some of the best music in my opinion that I've made so far. Like
Mm,
I'm hype. If y'all really like this last project, this next project's about to be stupid.
yeah, for sure, for sure. I love it. I love it. And my very last question, I always ask this to everybody, right? Once again, she does it. She's accomplished. If you're tuning in right now, DJ Chase Radio. If there was a young girl out there like yourself that you've seen something in, you know what I'm saying, that she got into this business and said, Susie, what is one piece of advice that you would give that young girl that you see yourself in today?
I'd probably lead with that quote I mentioned before, like make sure that you understand nobody is gonna work for you as hard as you, and make your plans, set your goals, and do something every single day that's gonna bring you a little bit closer because baby steps move you forward. Eventually you're gonna be walking foot by foot and mile by mile. So just keep going.
Yes, you already know. Susie, it was a pleasure. Thank you for cracking jokes with me. Thank you for being positive and enjoying me and let me terrorize you. I'm a menace. So don't feel bad. I do it to everybody. But I'm positive though.
Thank you so much. This
Yes,
is
yes,
so
yes.
great.
For sure, for sure. I'll plug everything, the new EP. If they don't know you on social media, promote everything, overseas. Everybody got to find you. So where can they find you?
Yes, again, thank you so much for having me. If you guys enjoyed this, and want to see more content and listen to my music, follow me on all platforms under Susie. That's Suzi.
You get it. You get it. Once again, man, it's DJ Chase, the pregame party Mix podcast, right here on WDJC, Beat DJ Chase Radio. Get that DJ Chase Radio merch. The fall time is coming. Halloween is coming. Get those varsity jackets. Get those DJ Chase hoodies, shirts, everything, man. Susie in the building. Big Jersey. You know the vibes, man. Hit the target. The EP out now. Swollen will be streaming right here on DJ Chase Radio, DJChaseRadio.com, DJChase.net, Spotify Podcast, Apple Podcast, and YouTube, DJ Chase TV. And we are out of here. Yeah.